Welcome into a beautiful and amazing Monyay inspirations filled with positive, impactful, and inspiring news stories to help elevate your mental elevation. Well, thank you for tuning on in. My name is Matty Pace. The first thing I want to share is the quote of the day that says, "We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us." And that was said by Joseph Campbell. By the way, all of the news stories you will hear on this segment are going to be provided in the link below. So thank you so much for your time. After Ravens player drops ball to end playoff hopes, opposing Bills fans honor him, raise $140,000 for his charity. Published by Good News Network, January 27, 2025. Losing football games often leaves fans wounded no matter which team you root for. And Baltimore Ravens supporters are all too familiar with that feeling. But out of their blues came this sweet story from the NFL playoffs last week after a heartbreaking loss to the Buffalo Bills in the final minutes of their divisional round game. The next day, a Buffalo Bills fan group set up a GoFundMe campaign that raised a ton of money for a charity in honor of the Ravens player that fans were relentlessly blaming for the loss. Late in the fourth quarter of the Bills home game, the Ravens put together a 7-play drive to go all the way down the field to score a touchdown with less than 2 minutes on the clock. Needing a 2-point conversion to tie the game and send it into overtime, Ravens tight end Mark Andrews made his way into the end zone, then caught but dropped a pass from his star quarterback Lamar Jackson. A barrage of hate was hurled at the tight end, both online and in the stadium. Meanwhile, the fan base of the victorious New York team, who call themselves the Bills Mafia, are known for cheekily donating to charitable causes held dear by players on opposing teams that the Bills defeat. And this week, a pair of sympathetic young men wanted to show some love to Mark Andrews, the tight end who dropped that ball. Andrews is one of several players in the NFL born with type 1 diabetes, much like myself, and his success has seen him make donations to a global research effort called Breakthrough T1D that works to find a cure for the cureless disease. Bills Mafia member Nicholas Howard set up the fundraiser, writing on GoFundMe. As many of you know, the Ravens tight end wasn't able to catch the game-tying 2-point conversion. On top of that, he has been receiving death threats and nasty comments after his performance last night. We want Bills Mafia to donate to Mark's charity for juvenile diabetes. Setting their goal for $5,000, the call to donate went viral after it was retweeted by the Ravens franchise, which replied, "Shout out to Bills Mafia for showing support to our guy Mark Andrews and donating to the organization, which works towards curing and improving the lives of those dealing with type 1 diabetes like myself." Then, just like the avalanche of criticism online, the kindness snowballed to an amassed $140,000 for Mark's favorite charity. The diabetes charity said in a statement to Good News Network, "Breakthrough Type 1 Diabetes greatly appreciates the generosity of the Buffalo Bills community and the many fans who were compelled to donate after Sunday's game. These donations will support research on behalf of the 1.6 million Americans who, like Mark Andrews and myself, live with type 1 diabetes." Football fans summed up the heartwarming campaign after donating. "Tough game, Mark. Bills Mafia has your back," wrote Matt Belland. "Thanks for your hard work on and off the field," wrote Jared Caprow, a true community player. And if you want to watch the video, the Buffalo Bills fans raising money on type 1 diabetes, you can catch it live on the site. So there you have it, our very first story, and one that one that really hits home for me, man. I'll tell you, I've been a type 1 diabetic now for 32 years of my life, and I don't know life without it. And it is an incurable disease at this point in time in the field of medicine. So to see people really come together and do things like this, it stretches beyond any silly game. And I'm a big fan of the NFL, but at the end of the day, it is simply just a game. You know, it just does nothing else except provide entertainment. And to hear people just grotesquely throw so much hate at somebody for dropping a football when 9 out of 10 people could never even do that job in the first place is just absolutely wild, man. So, you know, to the Ravens fans that said distasteful things, just know that you're going to reap everything that you sow. And not only that, you deserve it. So that being said, let's transition over into our second news story, which is, still football related, which is, one of my favorite topics anyways. Food and football. Throw females into that equation, and we have that a triple threat F style, baby. Let's go. Am I right, Swoley? So here we go. Let's turn our, attention over to the next story right here. Welcome back to another riveting story, the second one of the trifecta over here at the Pacemakers community live on Twitch. Is the food at a Super Bowl party more exciting than the game? Survey ranks top menu items for the Super Bowl, published once again by Good News Network. So let's dive deep into it. Less than half of Americans actually care which football team wins the Super Bowl, but a large majority will be gathering with friends for the annual big game. According to a new survey of 2,000 U.S. adults, 1 in 4 respondents are more interested in the food being served than watching the game on February 9th. 54% of those polled believe the food spread has the power to make or break the entire experience. In fact, the food was voted to be more exciting than the commercials by 38% and more anticipated than the halftime show by nearly half. Conducted by Talker Research, the survey aimed to rank the best foods to pair with football across a variety of categories. When asked to name the top food necessary to have on hand for a successful watch party, buffalo or hot wings came out on top with 49% choosing them. Barbecue took second place with 37% of the vote, and 7-layer dip was a must-have according to 36%. 6 in 10 respondents said they participating in a game day party, either hosting or attending. If hosting, more than half were planning the menu weeks in advance. According to the survey, the menu should be a mix of sweet and savory snacks with necessary players to include the nachos 30%, cookies or brownies at 25%, and potato chips, of course, at 24%. Chicken tenders or chicken nuggets 22%, and pizza at 20% also made the top 10 foods people would want on their plate. Commissioned by Tums, the survey also found that some big game food favorites often come with a price. Heavy snacking on spicy foods like buffalo wings, hot chili, jalapeno poppers can lead to consequences like heartburn, indigestion, nausea, upset stomach, diarrhea. Nearly 1 in 4 experience occasional heartburn from such foods, and some even bring antacids to the party. Shout out to those people. Not all heroes wear capes, but watch out because you may get heartburn from your team's performance, especially if you're rooting against the Kansas City Chiefs as they try to three-peat as 3-time world champs. Ooh, baby. That is crazy. So there you have it. That is our second of 3 stories. What in the chat and in the comment section of this YouTube video are your favorite, most looked forward to foods for this game day event? Please comment below or comment live in the chat. Let me know what your favorites are. Mine personally is buffalo chicken wings, 110%. I love Ruffles and French onion dip, and I also love a little charcuterie board. But you let me know yours in the comment section below. That being said, we are on to our third and final story of today's show, which is a very beautiful way to end it, because it is all about a major breakthrough that I could not wait to share with you all. So that being said, let's get into it. Our third and final story of today's Monyay Inspirations. A breakthrough single-dose drug wipes out breast tumors in mice without side effects, published by Andy Corbley, January 24th, 2025. In the search for better and better treatments for breast cancer, medical researchers at the University of Illinois have synthesized a remarkable substance. In small tumors, a single dose of TFPY eliminated them entirely, while the same dose significantly shrank large tumors. In both mice and rats, no deleterious side effects were observed. Limited to estrogen receptor positive breast cancer ER+, the compound addresses many common concerns with existing treatment that involves choking off the supply of estrogen on which the tumors rely. It is very rare for a compound to shrink tumors in mouse models of breast cancer, let alone completely eradicate those tumors with a single dose. So we are eager for TFPY to advance for treatment of breast cancer, said Paul Hergenrother, PhD, lead author on the paper describing the treatment and decorated biochemist from the University of Illinois. ER+ breast cancer is the most common form of the most common cancer in the United States. At current rates, 13.1% of women will develop breast cancer in their lives, accounting for 15% of all cancer diagnosis in the U.S. And if you are watching here on YouTube, go ahead and check out our interview we did with a community member on Twitch, Gorgeous86, who actually is a triple negative breast cancer, overcomer. She was incredible. She shared her whole journey, and that is an incredible video. Go ahead and check that out while you're here on YouTube. Effective treatment like these has raised the 5-year relative survival rate in breast cancer patients in the U.S. to well above 90%, but several undesirable side effects tend to follow. The reduction in estrogen frequently results in blood clots, sexual dysfunction, and osteoporosis. Additionally, hormone therapy does nothing to prevent recurrence or resistance in tumors, leading cancer researchers like Hergenrother to seek additional options. New research published on Wednesday in the journal ACS Science demonstrates how TFPY, a spin-off of the previously developed treatment dose Urso, achieved complete regression of smaller tumors in mice without any of these side effects. The effect was robust and independent of tumor size, with the eradication of even very large tumors, 50 to 1500 mm3, being observed in the paper. Mechanistically, the authors write, these tumor regressions are a consequence of rapid induction of necrotic cell death in the tumor, and even more positively, are immune cell independent. The study also involved dosing transplanted human breast cancer tumors in mice, during which the same regression rate and degree were observed, suggesting the medication will work in humans as well. So there you have it, an absolute major breakthrough in the field of breast cancer. Some alarming results, some alarming percentages as well shared in that, but absolutely incredible and a step in the right direction to hopefully eradicate breast cancer when it is found 100%, no matter what kind, no matter how severe, no matter what stage. So there you have it, our 3 positive, inspiring, and empowering news stories every Monday, provided you by goodnewsnetwork.org. Once again, all stories will be put in the bio of this YouTube video. Thank you so much for watching yet another series of Monyay Inspirations, and we'll see you next week as well. So thank you so much, and remember, you are amazing, you are one of a kind, you are wonderful, and you are sensational. Never forget that. I love you.